Harris sleeps and Heidenreich climbs on the gas at the right time, well, then he's more than welcome to drop the hammer. But Heidenreich will lead them across the line. Gary, take them away.
Rusty Harris not asleep whatsoever, and Craig Rapp right in there as well. Heidenreich on that outside line. Kutsia doing a pretty good job. Smith in the first of the Class B cars. Into turn number 1 they go. Who's going to get the whole shot? Rusty Harris got to come across the front of the nose of Heidenreich. He does that. He gets the whole shot out of turn 1.
Craig Rapp sits out there. Who's one of them dropping down? Jess Huggett is right in there. And Imad is right in that fight. Oh, somebody going very wide. Is that Modak or is that Rapp? One of them has gone very wide. Shane Smith has gone through. Daniel Kutsia is in there as well. So is Bruce Meyer. Then behind them is a 73. That's a BMW of Andre Diedrichs. Remember, he had a Polo last year. He's out in the boxy BMW. And tucked in there behind him is a Paul Minnick, followed by Ewald Weiland.
Bruce Meyer making up a position as well. I do think that the beamer that's dropping down is in fact Rapp. It's Harris that leads out from Heidenreich. The second place car, that is the 47. That is there. That is in fact Modak. Yep, so it is Rapp that has been dropping down a couple of positions, having started very close to the front end of the field.
Right out of turn number 5, they come out of Fostron corner. It's a long train heading out of Fostron corner, and you've got a new leader. Yes, it is Stevie Heidenreich. Stephen's got the lead under the City of Cape Town Bridge. They go with Razik Harris in second. Then it's Imad Modak, followed by Jesse Huggett, Shane Smith, and Craig Rapp blasts around the outside of Daniel Kutsia. And Andre Diedrichs makes a move on both of them and locks up coming out of turn 1.
How he did that going in. He was right on the edge. In fact, locked up the right-hand front as he went in. Drifted straight across the front of Rapp, but managed to hold it all together. Daniel could see the next man that was in there. So Rassi Harris has decided it's time to wrestle that black mean machine in the hands of Stephen Heidenreich, multiple South African and club champion from Oval Track Racing. Stephen Heidenreich leads him out.
Well, once again, coming out of turn number 2, it was Craig Rapp that went in so very hot. He lost a lot of ground. He sits there behind Bruce Meyer and just ahead of Paul Minnick as they head up the Tiger Big Straight towards turn number 4. Out of Silo Sweep they go now. Look at these 4 or 5 cars going down the back lane. It is Stephen Heidenreich from Razik Harris. And then it's Imad Modak. Jess Huggett sits there. He's got the best seat watching the 3 of them as they work their way out of turn number 5, out of Fostron corner. Then it is Shane Smith that is right in that fight as well as they head towards the City of Cape Town Bridge.
Well, can Heidenreich hold on to the lead? Looks like he's doing a pretty decent job. Huggett coming up on the outside line of the 47 car of Modak, and I think he's going to make that one stick. Nope, he can't. He's late on the brakes. Modak was brilliant under the brakes with that one. You don't outbrake Jesse Huggett by the by. Rasik Harris all over the back of Heidenreich. So Heidenreich leading out with the Clubman's Class X entry.
Well, Jess Huggett's not taking this one lying down as they work their way out of turn number 2. But the man on the move is Andre Diedrichs. Andre Diedrichs is the man on the move. You've got his nose ahead of Shane Smith. Shane comes back, but Diedrichs says, he's going to hang on to that one for a while as he stays there coming out of turn 3, Interceptor corner ahead there of Shane, but Shane Smith comes right back at Diedrichs again.
Oh,
Diedrichs is gone.
Oh, biggie, Frankie, and it looks like he rolled slightly back towards the circuit, hopefully far enough away. Nobody looks like they're backing off at any stage, and some lovely camera work being done there by IMUSAT. Big hard note, welcome to everybody watching worldwide. IMUSAT going out live from Killarney International Raceway. Race number 5 for the day. Thermo Clubman Saloons led out by multiple South African champion Stephen Heidenreich. Coming up towards us now, the City of Cape Town and Wingfield Motors Bridge, 10 years in conjunction with Killarney International. Stephen Heidenreich breaking away now from Rasik Harris. Jess Huggett, the legend himself, up into that 3rd position. Not far behind that, Imad Modak. Diedrichs falling back behind Shane Smith, having put up the fastest lap, the lap just before that. So keep an eye on the different battles. That Class B battle is still Meyer from Kutsia.
Right, so the leaders are heading into turn number 2 now, into Quarry Corner. And it's still Stephen Heidenreich that leads out there. I can tell you that Andre Diedrichs is back out on track again with that 73 BMW as the leaders are working their way into turn number 3, Interceptor corner. Through Interceptor they go. It is Stephen Heidenreich from Razik Harris. And while all this has happened, Jess Huggett has been promoted up to that third position. Imad Modak is just ahead there of Shane Smith as they work their way through Cyril Sweep. Out of turn 4, that group goes now, and then we'll have a look just behind them. Coming out of turn number 4, we have got Bruce Meyer, and right in there with him is Daniel Kutsia.
Well, Class F being led out by Modak from Flynn, from Tischendorf, Van der Merwe and Fielding. The Class F battle spread out from top to bottom on our leaderboard. So that's quite an interesting one. I think there's going to be a couple of class changes going down there. Heidenreich comes through. 5 laps to go. Stephen Heidenreich, multiple South African Oval Track champion. Razik Harris being closed down by Jesse Huggett. How much closer has Jesse Huggett gotten at this stage of the fight? Jess Huggett has done a 122.7. Razik Harris a 123.9 on the last lap. Huggett's on the move.
Yeah, Jess Huggett's certainly the man to watch out for here. But going into turn number 5, there's a gaggle of cars coming out of 5, out of Pertamina Fostron. And we'll see if you can pick that one up. Graham van Rooyen leads that lot out there, followed there by Gary Smith. That's van Rooyen, and then it's Smith, and Diedrichs is in the house as well. Diedrichs is in the house. He's busy fighting back. That's what I was looking at. Andre Diedrichs that went off between turn 3 and 4, between Interceptor Corner and Cyril Sweep, has got that 73 BMW back again, and he is carving his way through the field like a hot knife through butter. He climbs on the gas, and he gets past 3 motor cars going into turn number 2 as he sails in there behind Gary Smith, and just ahead of Gary Smith through the kink is that red Golf of Graham van Rooyen.
A well-known car driven there by Derricks in the voice of Emil Brunt. A bit of history on that Diedrichs car.
Gary, that used to be the BMW which was campaigned about last year by Zach Groenewald.
Well, that explains why it's so quick in a straight line and very quick through the corners as well. 4 laps to go. Just 4 laps to go. Here comes Jess Huggett ahead of Razik Harris. And the two of them find themselves behind the leader, Stephen Heidenreich, with Shane Smith not that far behind. Now, Shane Smith now up into Class A is doing a pretty decent job. Has Razik Harris run into problems, or has Jess Huggett just heated up those tyres nice and evenly? I must say, Jesse's looking pretty quick. He could have a bit of new rubber on that motor car.
Well, I'd like to think so. Jess was very, very happy, smiling there in the pit area. Erdan, look at Jess just pull away through the kink and heading into turn 3, pulling away there from Razik Harris. And this is bringing Shane Smith into play. Shane Smith is going to be right on the case of Razik Harris as they head up the Tygerberg Straight and into turn 4. The double right-hander, Cyril Sweep. Out of turn 4 they go, and they're all chasing down that man in the skyline, birthday boy, heading towards turn 5, Stephen Heidenreich.
Well, fastest lap still by Andre Diedrichs, the 121.920 with the ex-Zach Groenewald BMW. So, well, that car definitely still got the power. Lovely to see Heidenreich moving, I was going to say move up, but it's not really move up, move across to main circuit racing and taking like a duck to water. And, well, the birthday boy leads him out pretty neatly. His last lap time as he comes through is a 123.628. Jess comes through in a 123.2. Jesse Huggett 4/10 quicker than the leader. Can he go and fetch Stephen Heidenreich, or is Stephen just playing the waiting game? 2 to go.
Well, another man that I'm watching out for here going into turn number 1 is Craig Rapp. And he's caught up to the combination of Bruce Meyer and Daniel Kutsia as the 3 of them exit the left-hand at turn 1 and work their way towards turn number 2 to Quarry Corner. And definitely Craig Rapp, who qualified pretty well, but he made 2 disastrous nearly errors out there, and both of them were in turn number 2. And he's now playing catch-up as Daniel Kutsia heading into turn number 3, looks up on the inside there of Meyer, but Meyer holds the line coming out of turn 3, out of Interceptor Corner.
Meyer slightly underpowered in that two-way battle, rolls out of the gas a little bit early going into Cyril van der Merwe Suite and out into the back main. So just 2 more laps to go for our leaders next time that they come through. That is coming through Cape Town Corner right now. Out of the corner comes Stephen Heidenreich. Stephen Heidenreich from literally the first corner that he got the lead. It was all about Stephen Heidenreich And well, Rasik Harris is now starting to drop a bit further back because even Shane Smith's on the move. Shane Smith up on the inside. He comes as they come up the front main. Rasik Harris holds him in terms of power underneath the Wingfield Motors and City of Cape Town Bridge. Can Shane Smith now in Class A hold out Rasik Harris? Rasik runs around the outside, gives him a bit of space, tries to do the cutback. Shane stays on that line. That's the battle for third and fourth going up the Joubert Straight. Heidenreich starting to carve his way through the
Mayer's
traffic.
gone. Sorry, Gary. Bruce Meyer lost it coming into turn number 1. And he will rejoin, but he will rejoin there just ahead of, or maybe not, or just behind Paul Minnick.
Took a bit of time for him to actually get going with that. I think he actually let Paul Minnick come through there to make sure everything is all good. So Heidenreich from Huggett, Smith, Harris, Kutsia, Meyer, Rapp, Modak, Minnick, and rounding out the top 10, Valand, Ewald Valand, 14th class, back on circuit after 2 years. Great to have the red Alpha as he works his way down towards turn number 2. Ewald Valand, I think he's probably the elderly statesman of this class.
Well, this is the last lap, and the leader's heading towards turn number 5, working his way towards a Pertamina Fostron corner for the last time in race number 1. Is the Nissan Skyline of Stephen Heidenreich, as he works his way out of turn number 5, out of Fostron corner, under the City of Cape Town Bridge, and Stephen Heidenreich brings it home in P1. He almost got missed there by the flag marshal. Jesse Huggett finishes in second. Well done, Jess. Third will go to Rasik Harris across the line. And then we will have Daniel Kutsia, and right on his case is at 16 BMW of Craig Rapp.
Yeah, Craig Rapp moving up into 5th place right on the last. So Shane Smith and Bruce Meyer, the two that have dropped down. Remember, Bruce Meyer had that off. He comes up behind Paul Minnick, but Paul Minnick will beat him to the line. As they come across the line. Minnick just ahead of Meyer. So that was actually the fight for second and third in Class B, that Meyer he needed another half a straight to be able to outpower Paul Minnick and be able to take away second overall in class. Remember, Daniel could see a fourth overall, first in Class B.
Yeah, and here comes Andre Diedrichs across the line, and he finishes just ahead there of Andrew Honeywell. Honeywell that races the Porsche in classic cars, also racing in Class X today in the BMW. Then behind him we've got Gary Smith, and then the rest of the field just coming through to take the checkered flag. So that was Thermo Fire's Clubman Saloon Cars race number 1.
Class A, Jesse Huggett